تحية طيبة لكم جميعا. So today we will go through AAA, configuring AAA. So I will configure this router, okay, to be associated with this AAA server, okay. بنعمل له association، نربط هذا الراوتر with this AAA server. So the network administrator can log in remotely access to the router using the authentication, the username and password from this server. طيب, let's see how we can do this. So first thing, أول حاجة, the second building, we will be configuring the second building. From this side, I will go 100.100.100.1 as an IP address for this router. Then for the server, I will go 100.100.100.100 for the server, okay. Then the IP address for the admin مسؤول نظم المعلومات, I will go 100.100.200 على سبيل المثال. Okay, we are just assuming these addresses. طيب, so now I did my addressing. هذه addressing. I will start configuring now the router. بعمل configuration for the router. So أول حاجة, I will go to the اللي هو global configuration mode. So it asks me a question, would you like to enter initial configuration? I'll say no. I will configure this on my own. أنا بعمل له configuration. بعدها I will go global configuration. So configure terminal. Now I'm in global configuration mode, as we can see in here. أنا في global configuration mode. بعدها I will use AAA, a new model, okay. AAA, a new model. This is the effective word. الحين this will enable what? This will enable the AAA authentication. طيب. Then after that I will go radius. Then server. I will give it a name, okay. I will give it a name. I will say على سبيل المثال server room. Server room. This is just a name. Usually when we have a name we go uppercase. طيب, يكون أفضل للتوضيح. So now I can see clearly إنه المود has been changed. طيب, to radius server mode. Then after that I will point to the server. I will go address IPv4. Then the IP address of the server. This will be 100.100.100.100 because we are pointing to the server, okay. Then now we did point to the server. I will create my secret, which is the key secret. So the key is ABC123. This is my secret. I did configure my secret. طيب. Then after that I will exit. Now الحين I will configure the login method, okay. So I will go AAA authentication AAA authentication login AAA, okay, login with AAA group radius. So this will keep pointing, okay. ويعمل this will change login into AAA, okay. So this is not local anymore. يعني اليوزر والpassword, it's not stored locally anymore. طيب. So now we will start configuring the remote access. Now we did finish configuring the AAA authentication. Now I will configure or enable the remote access. So like the admin can remotely access to the router. طيب. So this is the VTY line. So I will go line VTY from 0 to 4, this is 5 users can log in at the same time. Then login authentication, this should go through AAA. we did point هذه AAA group radius. طيب, so this is the AAA login authentication AAA, then that's it. Exit. Now we did enable the remote access by entering into this this command, and at the same time we did tell the router to log in using the AAA server, not the local username and password. يعني مش اليوزر نيم والباسورد اللي موجودين locally. طيب, so الحين I will do configure the IP address for this router اللي هي 100.100.1. I will go with gig 00, then the IP address 100.100.100.1 will auto subnet mask. طيب, then I have to enable the interface, so I will go on, and that's it. We did configure the router. Now the network administrator مسؤول نظام المعلومات يرجع هنا المكتب. Okay, he will configure the server, يعمل configuration حق السيرفر. So في السيرفر what we should do in the server, we should enable the surface اللي هي AAA surface. So I will go into services. Once I enable this AAA surface بيتحول إلى AAA server. طيب, so the service I will go on, enable the service. The client name هنا we should use the client name from the what you call it, from this router. So the client name is the name of this router. It says router. I will change it to R1, so it's not the default naming. Then this should be R1, copy. So the client name is R1. Then the secret is the key we did use. So we did use ABC123. Then the client is the router, which is this is the one. This is the IP address of the client. This should be 100.100.100.1. Then that's it. I will add. So now I did successfully configured AAA server. Now I will set up the username and password. I will use this username and password to remotely access to the server. طيب. Now before we adding the username and password, I will connect the topology. بنعملها connection. So بنستخدم اللي هو straight through cable. I will go with G000. The reason behind that, we did configure an IP address for this one. Then again to the server, then to the client. Fast forward. So what we did is we did configure the router with AAA authentication, and we associate the router with the server, and we did configure the server. Now we want to test using telnet. To test the AAA, we have to verify our configuration. So we will be using telnet. We will be telnetting the router. So 100.100.100.1. Then that's it. It should say username and password. So the user, I want my user to be as QQQ, then the password as 333. Let's try this. Okay, so I want to use this username and password. I want to use this username and password to remotely access the router. So before I can do that, we should configure the username and password. So now I will set up my username and password. I will go services, AAA. Now I will be adding my user QQQ, then the password 1333, then I will go add. Now I did add my first user. So now I will double check if I can remotely access this router from the server room using my admin PC, مسؤول نظم المعلومات. So let's see if he can do this. We will go on the desktop. بعدها he will open the terminal. Then maybe we need to configure the IP address for the, what you call it, for this laptop. We did not do this, so I will configure the IP address. Before we can do that, we should 100.100.100.200. Ping should go everywhere before we start doing anything. So to verify our ping, we should pick up an envelope, close envelope from in here, from this host, I would say, from this laptop إلى هذا السيرفر. Okay, so it says successful. Even though if it's not successful, you can fire again. Just keep clicking in here, so this will keep firing. Okay, then also مفروض من the server can reach the laptop. It says in progress failed. Double click again. In progress failed. Maybe we did not configure the IP address for the server. Just to double check, yes, we did not. So I will go 100.100.100.100, then the subnet mask, then that's it. Let's fire again. I will double click here. Successful. Ping should go everywhere before we can test successful. So ping can go everywhere. Now we will test the telnet. Now we can test. So from command prompt, I will go telnet. I will be telnetting this router. So I will go telnet, then 100.100.100.1. Let's say a username. So once it says open, that means the port is open for the telnet, which is 21. Then the username. The username is QQQ, and the password 333. So once I write the password, nothing will appear. This is for security reason. Once I click, that's it. Now I did logged into the server. That's it. This is what's really required. This is what's really required. So to prove that this is, it says مسؤول نظم المعلومات, which is the network admin. Okay, he can access the router in the other building, the second building, and he is in the server room. He's using his own laptop. Thank you so much. Have a good day.